As during the civil rights movement from about 1950 to 1965, there was a lot of segregation and hate, and Birmingham actually had a nickname of Bombingham because of the violence in the city. And so on September 15th, a Sunday morning, 3 KKK members planted a bomb in the church. It wasn't intended to kill the girls, but it ended up killing them. And we actually met the lawyer who put away one of the KKK members for life.
That must have been interesting.
Definitely just the feeling of walking over that bridge and being like, wow, like real people marched over here and lots of people got hurt and there was a lot of bloodshed and there was a lot of confusion and a lot of emotion. It was really empowering to be walking in the footsteps of like heroes, I guess. So.
I was inspired by this other painting at the Birmingham Civil Rights Institute where this man was painting a portrait of Martin Luther King, but using only his fingers. So I thought that was really cool because it brought like the juvenile finger painting to a more mature level, and I wanted to do that. So in my painting, I used only my hands. It was actually really, really fun.
No, we met with a lady in Selma. Her name was Joanne Bland.
She went through it?
She was in the back. She was like in the back when she heard everyone screaming. Yeah.
Or did she march through the bridge?
Yeah. Her and her sister. And her sister did. Her sister picked her up in the car, and she was laying on her sister's lap because she couldn't believe what just happened. And she felt what she thought was tears on the back of her head, but she looked up and her sister was bleeding. She got hit in the head. No. No, she's good. She's nice.
And the 16th Street Baptist Church was a really big meeting place, so they came out of the church, and unfortunately they met up with the police, and a man named Bill Connor ran the police in that day, and he was brutal. It was with the children, and they were using direct action, non-violence, and they still got beaten. They got attack dogs sicked on them, and that brought a lot of media attention, and it wasn't good because no one wants to see children getting attacked. So Kennedy really jumped on that issue and said, we can't have this. So Birmingham really moved up on the radar screen and desegregated.
But the flag is so powerful.
Yeah.
Would it have worked with any other kind of material, do you think?
I don't think so. I mean, you said it like it's so powerful. That's what I want.
Yeah. Is there anyone who has said to you, why did you do that to the flag?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's controversial. I mean, I'm not sure if it's illegal. I don't know.
You are going to jail, mister.
No.
Hey!
It's art.
Yeah, it's art.
It's art.
But
it's more complicated than that.
Yeah, it's a lot more than that. Just like up here, we think of the North as the good people in slavery and the South as the bad people in slavery. But if you go to the South, they call the Civil War the War of Northern Aggression. So there's really two sides to it, and
if not more. Right?
Yeah, and when combined, make our country the way it is.
The three of them came down to Selma to march in the Selma to Montgomery March. And on March 9th, after turnaround Tuesday, the second march, the three of them went out to dinner to a restaurant called Eddie's Place. And afterwards, they're walking home back to their hotel, and they were attacked by a man named Elmer Cook and two other white men. And due to severe beatings to the head, Reverend James Reed died 8 days later. What made me pick this was where he had his last meal was where we were able to go eat in Selma.
In the back here, this is King Chapel. These are organs, and these are three men who went to Morehouse and graduated. Every single Morehouse student graduates from inside of King Chapel. So when King graduated there, Spike Lee, and this is a picture of my dad.
Oh, yeah.
Who also graduated
from
Morehouse.
Excellent. That's why.
Yep.
Excellent.
Like I met Tail Hosea Williams, who led the march from Selma to Montgomery. Jimmy Lee Jackson, who died protesting, and then I have John Lewis, who also led the march, and Viola Liuzzo, who was killed after the march by KKK members who took over her car. And then I also have pictures of us on our trip and how we will be the change of the future generations to come. And this red string here ties together both generations and how they had the same goals and they wanted the same things.
Very good.
Thank you.